Well, we finally got the money pit done. It's a done deal. Everything is done. We're going to do a quick walk around. We've done all the electrical to it. Brand new lights, you can see that right there. Let's go ahead and look at them brand new front disc brakes. Yeah, brand new. This is the staggered bearing, what do they call that? Staggered bearing, link pin front suspension. The front end alone on it is very wide. This is a desert car. This is a extreme class 5 Baja. We got 80 inches wide from outside to outside. Besides that, we got the 3x3 rear trailing arms. You can see that right there. 3x3. Brand new axles, completely rebuilt. We got Fox shock system right there. These shocks are specifically tuned for this car. They've been completely rebuilt. They have been completely refurbished by Fox. Alright, so these are Fox shocks. You can see there's the tuning on them. They're specifically tuned for this car only. Each shock is individual. It's got air shock. This is the big ones, the air shock. That controls the ride height. The other two are for your suspension. And then of course we got Fox shocks in the front, coilovers. Awesome situation. By the way, take a look at the brand new brake lines. All the brake system is brand new throughout. We got power steering. There's the power steering gearbox right there. If you look beyond that, you can see the brand new Wilwood master cylinders. There's 3 of them, one for the clutch, one for the front brakes, one for the rear brakes. And then on the front shocks, they're just like the back shocks, air over hydraulic. I went ahead and installed a brand new windshield in it and wing windows to keep the air off of my face as I was driving it. This car is once again a authentic 100% class 5 Baja. It was owned by this gentleman right here. It goes by the name of H-Ball HB Greg Herbold, world downhill champion. This was his personal vehicle, and I took it and completely restored it back to all brand new condition. When I say brand new condition, the only thing I haven't done to this is basically paint the car. I'm going to leave it like it is due to the fact that it is an authentic old school Baja. Let's go ahead and look at the inside real quick. I installed a stereo system. It's a 4-speaker stereo system. You can see the speakers that surround you while you're inside the vehicle. I made the dash very simple and non-complex. What I'm talking about, I got a speedometer, a fuel gauge, I got an oil pressure gauge. That's an amp meter right there. Behind that amp meter is also USB ports, and then we got a waterproof marine stereo with USB hookup. Down here, our pedal assembly consists of Wilwood. We got a Wilwood brake pedal assembly for the clutch and the brake itself. Brand new. This is all brand new. We got the brand new proportioning valve right here. That's a Wilwood system proportioning valve. And I also have, to let everybody know, I do have the brand new steering brake that I took out of the car. I'm not really interested in using it, but it does go with the car if you want to hook it back up. The car itself was built back in 1990. It's got a full body inner and outer roll cage. You can see that right here. Goes all the way throughout the vehicle, and it's just an extreme off-road situation when you're looking at it. I went ahead and installed a brand new 20-gallon tank, fuel tank. That's brand new 20. That holds 20 gallons. Here's our power steering reservoir right here. All the lines have been replaced with brand new ones. Our power steering lines are right here. You can see that. They come around. This is the power steering line and goes to the power steering pump, which is located on the frame rail, the rear frame rail of the vehicle, and is powered by this pulley right here, and then it goes up. I went ahead and put tri-mill exhaust on it. I took the old exhaust off and I put the quiet pack muffler system on it. You can see that right there. The engine itself is a 1957 cc, and the owner that I purchased it from, the original owner I purchased it from, claims that the engine has been rebuilt. You can see right there that the pushrod tubes are brand new, and it shows that the engine has been torn down, and I took his word that the engine has been overhauled. It does run very, very well, and it does run strong. It's got an oil cooler right here with electric fan. That works. Everything works on that. So if the oil cooler hits a certain temperature, the sensor on the oil cooler will come on and let the oil cooler fan come on to cool the oil down. It's got a backup unit coil system. In case one coil blows out, you got an extra one to hook right up to it. The alternator has been replaced. That's a brand new alternator that I installed in it, so the electrical system is all brand new throughout. To remove the front end, it's very simple. You take these latches here and you go ahead and loosen the latch on each side. Then you unlatch the front of it just like this. As you walk around, you take the other trucker latch, go ahead and loosen that off. And then the front end comes off just this simple. If you look right here, this is where our spare tire is located. And we also got a horn down here. Brand new turn signals. All of our headlights work. Everything is functional. I installed this cover on the vehicle for dust control to keep dust out of the electrical system and also going into the cab itself. But I also installed it because I thought it looks pretty cool. If you wanted to drive it around without the front end, it gives it that finished look. To remove this cover, you got 5 bolts. Very simple and easy. Just like that, and that will access you into the electrical system. And if you look under the dash, you can see that it's been professionally wired up. This is not a hack job. It's got a 12-circuit wire harness, and there's actually extra circuits in case you want to hook other stuff up. You can see this is a flat blade fuse box, and brand new all the way throughout from front to back on the wiring itself. We forgot to look at the brand new brakes. Brakes front and back are both brand new brake lines that run throughout the car. So everything is pretty much brand new. The transmission itself is a bus transmission. It's called a 3-rib bus transmission, very strong. You can also see right here, I installed a $250 high torque starter. That's brand new as well. So everything has been completely overhauled and done on this vehicle. The only thing that I didn't do is rebuild the engine. Speaking of the engine, the carburetors have been completely rebuilt themselves. All internal parts are brand new on the carburetors. They're 40 IDF Webers. Everything has been done to this car except rebuilding the engine and the transmission. I did replace the shifter bushings and the shifter linkage on the shifter rod at the transmission and in the front where the shifter is itself. The tires are brand new. They got less than 35 miles on them. You can still see the little nubs if you look close. That was $1,000 for these 4 tires. Wheels are brand spanking new. They're 32 15s. They're called Rockabillys. You can see that right here. Rockabilly. They're made by a company called Sedona, and they're UTV tires. Brand new, less than 35 miles. As you can see on the floor, there's no rust at all on the floor pan. What you're looking at is red dirt from Moab, Utah. And we're going to go ahead and get a gander underneath the car as well. I'm going to have to put the camera sideways, but you can see that there's no rust on the pan anywhere whatsoever. And the whole car is basically rust free. It does have minor surface rust, which is common. But as far as rust itself goes and the car rotting and rusting, the car is rust free. For the speedometer itself, this is a GPS satellite speedometer, and it works very super accurately. No cables, no wires. All you got is this antenna right here, and the speedometer works great. So the clearance on this vehicle is approximately 15 inches ground clearance, front and rear. And now that we've looked at the vehicle, let's go ahead and take it for a test drive and see how it runs.
bastard bitch, bastard
Well, there you go. 1971, Class 5, Baja. This is titled, it's registered, all up to date. Everything works. Turn signals, headlights, brake lights, stereo system, everything. As you see, it's a runner. Once again, this is a 3-time world champion, Class 5 Baja winner, 1990 through 92. It placed in all 3 years and won, and it is now a street legal fun buggy that you can drive around, have fun in, and enjoy to show off at car shows, drive around town, do what you got to do to say that's a badass ride.
Bastard bitch, bastard bitch.